Welcome to 561 Music, just passing through edition. My name's Ben,
And I'm Hector.
and we have Al Lover with us today. How's it going, man?
Good man, what's up, y'all? Nice to be here.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Thanks for coming on. So the reason we have you on is you're coming to Palm Beach County very soon.
I am. I'm stoked.
Have you ever
It's
been
gonna
here
be fun.
before?
I no, I haven't.
All
I
right,
thought so. I've been to
That's funny.
Fort Lauderdale, so I might have been through, but
sure.
I haven't spent any time there. No, I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
So your music's pretty interesting. It's
Yeah.
like sort of instrumental, sort of down. It's a bit hip hoppy and soulful. Do you have a name for it? Like the style?
I mean, yeah, I just kind of call it. I mean, it's kind of in the trip hop tradition, I guess. It's like a mix of trip hop, krautrock, psychedelic rock kind of stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Um,
Nice.
yeah, it's just kind of a little mix of a bunch of different stuff. So
So when
I,
you
I wouldn't
play
say that I have a name for it.
yeah, I gotcha. No, I dig it. Like I was really into like Ninja Tune when I was younger and still
Oh
am
yeah,
and like Massive Attack and all of those British people who do that kind of
yeah,
thing.
it's great.
Yeah. So what kind of gigs are you playing when you're not coming to Florida? Like how busy are you when it comes to sort of playing out?
Well, I do a lot more DJ gigs. Just like spinning. I'm doing a DJ set and a live set at the festival. So,
Oh, nice.
the DJ set is it's called World Party, and it's like 70s and 80s disco funk from all over the place, all over the planet. And then, I'll spin soul records and rock records, whatever, just like basic DJ sets. But when I do the live set, yeah, it's like I'll do it. It's more of if I'm, playing with another band, or I'm more doing DJ sets these days. But
Gotcha. So
it
when you
just
play your own
yeah.
material, is it just you or do you have other people on stage with you?
No, no, just me. It's just me with like a SP404 and a DJ mixer, just like very minimal setup and just like yeah, just doing the thing. So
Nice.
Nice, man.
kind of like
When
classic beat maker style.
yeah, yeah, sick. Well, what do you make your beats on usually?
I well, it's mostly in Ableton at this point. But I have like, synths and drum machines and stuff like that I'll use in conjunction with Ableton, but it all goes in the box at the
Yeah,
end of the day. Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
MIDI and all
Ableton
that
is
stuff.
perfect for your kind of thing and for
Yeah.
live electronic music or live music done by like a single person. Ableton's just the way, isn't it? It's the way forward. It's
I
the way to do
I
it.
love it. Yeah, I was doing more sets with Ableton for the live set, and then I kind of just wanted to get away from using the computer live and just go to like having like, more tactile hardware and stuff. So,
Sure.
um,
Nice.
but it's still, yeah, it's a great program. I mean, the what you can do with it is insane.
Yeah, absolutely. So, have you ever used when it comes to your original set? Have you ever used like Serato or anything like that? You ever used like the decks, the digital decks, or is
Well,
that more for your DJ
when
stuff?
I spin, yeah, when I spin, like at the World Party set will be on CDJs for yeah, the for the set down there. But I'll spin vinyl too, so I'll kind of do both.
Yeah, awesome. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Um,
Old school.
I like it
yeah,
all.
yeah. I saw that you were playing twice. That's cool. Do you have you ever met
Oh, sorry.
Steve before? Do you know Steve who's putting on the event?
No, no, I've only talked to him through like email and text. He's a really cool guy though. He's been
Yeah,
really
absolutely,
super
he
super
is.
cool.
Yeah, how did it all come together?
Well, he hit me up on a DM on Instagram and was like, "Yo, I can't remember when it was. I was supposed to play this festival in Miami in like before COVID, and then it was like right when COVID hit. So I don't
Right.
know if he like knew about me from like that scene, or I don't know,
Yeah.
like he just kind of hit me up like cold and was like, "Yo, I want to have you out," and I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So
That's
I'm stoked,
super
man.
cool. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
hope you have fun down here. We enjoy it. It's pretty. I mean, Florida's a far cry from the West Coast, but we have a lot of
Yeah.
fun over here. It's good
Oh
stuff.
man, I love Florida. My mom used to live in Palm Bay, So I spent a lot of time down there when I was like a teenager. So
Gotcha.
I love Florida. I'm stoked to get back.
A little hotter, a little more humid, but you know.
Oh, the humidity, yeah, for sure. It's been hot out here too, but it's that desert heat. So
Yeah.
Gotcha.
how was it with the
cool.
hurricane out there? Did y'all get hit at all?
Nah.
Well, it was very rainy today, but we're on the other coast, so I think we're going to be all right.
Yeah, it hit.
Yeah,
it hit. We're on the
Gulf.
Yeah, we're on the Atlantic side, so it hit the
yeah.
Gulf side, so it didn't really do much of anything here.
No, exactly.
Cool, I'm glad to hear it. I was a little nervous there for a second.
Yeah, I think you're going to be okay.
Like. Yeah.
So, do you have any sort of influences when it comes to making your beats? Is there anyone that you really sort of aspire to be like?
I mean, I would say that the person that really got me into doing it is DJ Shadow back in the day. Like his stuff is, like huge. Like the introducing record, obviously.
Yeah, I was just saying to Hector before we got on this.
Yeah.
I was like, he sounds like DJ Shadow. Like, you'd really like DJ Shadow. Because Hector was saying that he liked the music.
Yeah, I don't usually. It's not my thing. Like I don't usually listen to digital, produced music or EDM or whatever style you want to go, electronic, I guess, if you want to call it that. I don't ever really listen to stuff like that. But when Ben told me we were going to have you on the podcast, of course, I did my homework and pulled you up and started listening to it. Man, I've been listening to it all day in the car. Like it's a jam.
Oh,
man.
that's what's up. Hell
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Yeah, Hell definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really listen to that stuff that much either. I kind of more listen to, more analog music than anything. I don't really, I don't know if it's like purposely or I grew up, listening to punk and hip hop music, skateboarder shit,
Sure.
And then just as I started making music, I gravitated away from like listening to anything that, just to kind of like, maybe it was subconscious, but just to kind of avoid, trying to rip people off,
Sure.
That makes sense.
Rather listen to something that's different or like, looking for samples and stuff like that. And then, that kind of finds its way into like another genre, gives it maybe a fresh take or something.
Yeah,
no, absolutely.
Yeah, that makes sense. We play, Ben and I play in a band, Killbillies. It's kind of folk and bluegrassy
Irish music.
I love that.
Anything you can play with a stand-up bass and a banjo, basically.
But same thing though. Like I don't really listen to that stuff. In fact, I never listened to it, and I still don't listen to it. But we go out and we play it, and I love playing it. It's just fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There is definitely a big difference between the music that you create and the music that you consume. It doesn't have to be the same thing at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it all, man. Like I'm from Asheville, North Carolina originally, so I grew up around like a lot of that hillbilly bluegrass type stuff.
Yeah.
So like I love that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going up that way actually in October.
We're actually in October. We're doing a little 2-week tour, quick tour, and we're
nice.
playing at the Burger Bar in Asheville.
Oh yeah, my friends own that bar.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a dope spot. It's a cool little local spot. I love that bar.
Shout
out Burger Bar, dude.
Yeah. I love their tagline.
Cool.
Say, the Burger Bar. We don't serve burgers.
yeah, exactly. They had a joke that they were gonna get a food truck outside and call it like the beer truck or something like that.
Yeah.
And serve burgers in it from it.
Oh god, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah,
she.
I don't know if that ever happened, but
when I talked to her, turned out she was from down here in West Palm. She used to bartend at Respectables down here in West Palm. So
oh shit,
yeah. So small world, man.
Yeah,
it really is. Where are you based then? I'm a little confused on that. Are you in LA?
I live in LA now. I've been here for like shit. Well, we've been here about 5 or 6 years, but during COVID we moved out to like me and my lady moved out to the country. We were in like the mountains for a while for like a year and a half.
Okay.
But it's kind of LA wasn't doing shit anyway, so I just kind of just count that all as one time period. But I used to live in SF. I lived in Austin for a while and then Asheville.
Cool. Been moving around.
Yeah,
That's
bouncing
awesome.
around a little bit.
I haven't spent a huge amount of time out on the West Coast, but I've been out there. I've played out there a couple of times with different bands and stuff. But I've really got to come and do it properly at some point.
It's
so are you
gonna
hang out when you come, or are you just in and out for the show?
Oh, I'm coming in. I'm flying tomorrow night, and I'm staying with a buddy in Fort Lauderdale, and then
Okay.
I got a little like hotel for the both nights up in West Palm. So I'll be chilling. My dad actually, ironically, lives in Palm Bay now, so I think he's gonna come down and kick it with
Oh,
him for an
nice.
afternoon, and then yeah, just kind of hang out during the because the festival kind of goes like during the day and like around the neighborhood area, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Friday,
Yeah, so I'll
Saturday.
probably just be chilling, like just checking it out,
yeah,
milling
exactly.
about.
There's like 42, 43 bands, something like that, and 5 stages, and it looks great. Steve's done a great job. There's
Yeah.
loads of great bands on it. Um, we sort of messed up a little bit. Otherwise, we'd be playing on it as well. We ended up with another gig somewhere else, but I
Oh
wish we
shit!
were playing it. We'll get on it next year, I'm sure. But
Oh yeah,
Steve's a great guy, and we just wanted to help him out by helping him promote the whole thing.
Yeah.
So we're talking to a bunch of the different people who are coming to town, and
nice.
and I'm glad that we got to talk to you because the music is killer, man. It's dope. I love
Yeah,
it.
thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, it's good to do it.
No, totally. Do you ever send stuff out to get mastered, or do you do everything in house?
I get my stuff professionally mastered, or I've put some projects out where I'll just do like if it's just going on like a digital or like a cassette. If it's not going on vinyl, then
Yeah.
I'll get it like do like a lander mastering or like an online mastering service. But any release that I get on vinyl, I always do like a professional mastering
Okay.
on
Have you
there.
done a bunch of
Yeah,
vinyl or?
yeah. I think I mean I probably put out like that's probably like 8 or 9 pieces of wax with like seven
Okay.
inches, 10 inch, and then 12 inches and LPs.
Nice.
So yeah.
We
I lived in Manchester for 10 years, and
Oh, nice.
the stuff that I'm English, you can probably tell.
Yeah,
The
a little bit.
and the people that you remind me of, like the English people, is like, you heard of that Grand Central Records out of Manchester? They do
No.
it. It's like Ninja Tune kind of. So it's
Okay.
that kind of uh, yeah, they're great. And then also do you know that guy Nightmares on Wax? You know
Oh
that?
yeah, Nightmares on Wax is great. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the kind of ballpark that, when I heard your music, I was like, it makes sense for me because it's
Yeah,
not.
it's in that world.
Yeah, totally. And DJ Food as well.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
yeah, all that stuff. That's like at one point it was all I was listening to, so it was like stepping into a comfy pair of slippers listening to your music because it's been a
That's
while,
cool.
but it's still like real, like it's home for me.
Yeah, I used to
Yeah.
love all that stuff, and it's never, and like I love classic, boom bap era hip hop stuff, and like break beats and all that type of stuff, samples. But then yeah, like recently I've just been trying to take those kind of aesthetics and then add them more with like more, synthesizers. I listen to a lot of like the German '70s, the German hippies,
yeah.
and and all that type of stuff. So it's like I love all that type of stuff, and so I'm
I
trying to
feel
like
like that
marry
kind of
those things.
German synthy sort of krautrock type stuff is really, there's a bit of a resurgence of it, especially when it's
Oh yeah,
especially when it's mixed with that kind of like that goth edge. There's like a lot of bands coming out that are doing stuff like that, very synth heavy stuff.
yeah.
Um,
Especially out here, man. That thing is huge out here. And then also too the like all the kids that were doing like garage psych, a few years ago, or they're going into their prog phase now, so they're doing a lot of that type of
Yeah.
stuff too, which is really cool to see. So it's I'm definitely inspired by all the homies out here that I do shows with, and like what they're doing, and like remixing bands of friends and stuff like that. It's like opens your palette up a little more.
Yeah, does it ever? I find that the way that we play is very often we'll be the only people on a night, but I think it's really important to play with other bands, because
Yeah.
that's how you get your, 90% of. That's how I get my influences, because there's nothing
Oh
like
yeah,
seeing a band live, and especially when you're playing. You got to play with them, because then there's almost this competitive element, and you're like really watching to see how they do it and everything, and
yeah.
just
I
kind of
know,
paying
man.
attention.
Indeed. I
Yeah,
mean, imagine what the world would be without CBGBs. So
yeah.
like it's like that whole vibe of just like a scene. I was talking with a homie about this the other day. It's like that idea of like a town, a venue, a scene, and like what that does to like just like create, these unique and new things. It's like it's pretty special.
Yeah.
It's weird now because it's all on the internet, but it's still out there.
No, it is. It absolutely is. And South Florida has a pretty good. I mean, it gets a bad rap, but there's a lot of music down here.
Yeah.
You know, I think it would surprise people to know, you know, just how much music there is down here. There's a lot of the cover stuff, but then, you know, under that there's a pretty thriving music scene. It's the one thing we're struggling with in Palm Beach County is there's not that many venues that cater for it. So there's a lot of bands, but there's really not that many venues, and it's something that we've been thinking about a lot. You know, should we try and open one and all this kind of thing? And one of the ways that
oh, sorry, go ahead. Finish.
No, it's good.
My bad.
One of the ways that we've been trying to get around that is to speak to the venues that do cover gigs and be like, we can get the same amount of people, but just have 3 bands and make it an original night instead. You know.
I mean, venues, especially like that, they're worried about just keeping the numbers high and selling beer and shit. And it's like, they're like, well, if we risk it on a show, we'll no one will come. It's like, all right, man, I get it. But you just got to find that one, you know, that's like down and is there like a house show kind of scene and stuff down there? Or like kids doing that kind of like DIY thing?
There is, but there actually is, but no, there is. I was going to say it's not that big, but when I think about it, there is. There people do house shows all the time.
Yeah, there is. And if you go down further south, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, then it's way bigger down there for that kind of stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hector's son plays in a punk band, and they find themselves doing those kind of shows quite a lot. Yeah,
actually, in fact, ironically, they're going up to Tallahassee Friday, and they're doing a house show up there. It's like they've done this house show like 3 times a year now for the last year, and
those are some of the best shows, man.
It's huge. It's huge. He comes back and tells me there's like hundreds of people at this show. You know, it's huge.
I love that. That's fucking sick.
Some of the best gigs I played were in squats in Europe, like. You know, people all live there, but it's tidy. You know, they all eat vegan food and everything's tidy, and they look after the place and they put shows on. Like, there's really no.
Oh yeah, I've played them.
Yeah. There's really that in Florida. There's nothing that's that model. You know, there's nothing that paradigm. Not even really in England. I mean, a bit in England, but much more in mainland Europe. You know.
Yeah, you get more of the squatter culture over there. And like people, I remember going to Italy one time and these dudes wanted to get me on this festival and they were showing me this. It's like this old government building that they had gotten squatters' rights for. It's like giant. And they're like, yeah, we just throw the festival in here. There's like people living here. We got a kitchen, a bar, like all this shit. I was like, this is amazing.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. They really know how to reuse stuff and it's super cool.
Yeah.
And just repurpose things and everything. That's one of the things I really miss about being in Europe is all of that scene. So, is there anything you want to express to the people that are listening to this, like in terms of you coming and playing Bumblefest, and anything that we didn't already cover that you kind of want to get out there? What time are you on?
Let's see. I'm on Friday at 1:15, so come to dance that night. We're gonna dance. We're gonna cut a rug.
Do you know what stage you're on?
That's Respectable.
Oh, Respectable's okay. Awesome.
They're both at Respectable Street, and then the second night I think is 11 o'clock ish.
Okay,
somewhere around there, and then that's going to be more like heady, like dive into your mind type shit. So it'll be a little juxtaposition and some yin and yang in there.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, wicked. And
it should be fun.
Finding your music. I mean, these days it's almost a silly question because it's like. All streaming services, right? You know, just do that. Well, and then your social media. That's just Al Lover, right?
Yeah, it's just at Al_Lover.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have a new project that is we just dropped the first single. It's me and an MC from out here, so I did the beats and he's rapping on it.
Oh, sick.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the first time I've made some rap music in a long time, so it's pretty fun.
Oh, nice.
Check that out too. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's been a pleasure, and it's nice to meet you. And
you too.
Hopefully, I'll get to be able to bump into you before you leave. We've got a gig on one of those nights, but on Saturday night I don't. So maybe I'll head out on Saturday night and come and watch you play. In fact, I'm gonna.
Yeah, man, I'll be chilling. So come say what's up.
Yeah, nice man. All right, Al. Yeah, wicked. I'll see you at Bumblefest. So I think this is a good opportunity to do the poster So the poster's going to appear up here somewhere. And this is Bumblefest. As you can see, there's about 40 odd bands and 5 stages, and it's on the 1st and 2nd of September. And our friend here, Al Lover, is playing it. So come watch him play.
Yeah.
Wicked, man. Take it easy.
Cheers, fellas. Thank you.
Take it easy,
It's
man.
a pleasure, man.
All right. Y'all too. Peace.